It's the Spanky and Hambone Show. It's the Spanky and Hambone Show. It's the Spanky and Hambone Show.
Hey, welcome back to the Spanky and Hambone Show. I'm Hambone. Spanky's over there, and this is my beautiful wife, Rihanna, who's over here in the corner.
You're Hambone?
I'm Hambone.
I need to know the story behind that name.
I don't really have a specific one, although back when I was playing in Salvage, Chris's band, Spanky's band, I swear to God, Spanky would call me Hambone, like, often. Maybe it's just something I made up in my head, but that's what I remember, him calling me Hambone. I was like, come on, Hambone.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Those days were very cloudy.
Yeah. Those are fun days.
That's what I do as a defense mechanism. Anything I don't remember never happened. So sorry.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But I remember it was at the, I don't know what ranch, which it wasn't the Pitiful Ranch. It was the ranch after that where you guys had Samox's studio down there. We had a jam room. And
the River Hill Estates.
Yeah, the River Hill. We recorded some cool songs over there. And I swear to God, you called me Hambone. Maybe it was Cornetti that did it, but I thought it was you.
Well, clearly it stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, it did. It was with a fever.
Yeah.
I was always trying to give people nicknames, and they were just like, shut up. We're not going to do that.
I'm all about it.
My whole life, even when I was a little kid, I was like trying to, give people nicknames and like get a thing going, but it doesn't take usually.
Your nickname is Spanky, and that you've had it for a long, like decades at this point.
Somebody else gave that to me.
Who gave it to you?
They were all agreed, like, yeah, that's the one.
Who gave it to you?
I've also had the nickname Tiny.
Huh.
And this guy from Pickerington tried to call me Poop for a while.
Poop?
Yeah.
Why would he want to call you Poop?
Because he's a dick.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh, whatever. And I said,
like, hey, yo, Poop, come here.
Yeah. I was in a band with him. He was just a dummy.
He just said one day, hey, guess what, Spanky? You're no longer Spanky. You're going to be called Poop henceforth. Yeah.
And I don't think anybody else called me Poop.
Just him.
You don't know if it happened or not.
Yeah. Poop is not one that you want to like carry on in your old age.
No.
I got at least when it comes to nicknames that other people have given me. Hambone, obviously, that's a big one. You gave that to me, even though you don't really remember that one. Back in high school, I was called Pine Tree. Some people called me Pine Tree.
Okay, because of your cologne.
No, no, it wasn't because of my cologne. It was because on the basketball court, I was very thin and prickly.
You were stationary. You didn't move at all.
Yeah, I was very well. I use my elbows a lot. When you're under the hoop, you got to go for the rebound. And so I would get my elbows out there and just start like moving around. Like,
is that how you did it?
Yeah, that's exactly how I did it.
And the referee was like, you can't elbow people, Mike.
You shouldn't.
Pine Tree.
Stop doing a jig. But somehow that stuck for a few years.
What would be a good nickname is Evergreen. It kind of looks like Pine Tree.
I prefer that one. That's a little cooler.
That's like a rapper.
Yeah, Evergreen.
Evergreen.
Snoop Dogg featuring Evergreen. Snoop Dogg featuring Evergreen. Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's an Evergreen rapper. Let's see. I'm going to look.
That sound cool, like Everlast.
Yeah, exactly. Evergreen hip hop. I'm going to see if there's an Evergreen hip hopper.
And Evergreen never goes out of style. It's not seasonal. It's just permanent. You know what I mean? It's a permanent fixture.
Evergreen hip hop on Spotify.
Cool. Oh, of course. Well, I was thinking beyond SoundCloud, but Spotify.
Yeah. Well, Spotify's taken over.
Yeah.
It says
SoundCloud's a place for people that have there's nothing. It's just a guy in his basement,
SoundCloud rappers. That's the thing. There's been a lot of notable rappers that have come up from SoundCloud. So it ain't no joke, man. It happens.
No, I know that you're, what's it called? You just said it ain't no joke. I think that's called Code Talk.
Is that code? Yeah,
code talking.
Yeah, it might be.
SoundCloud rappers, man, they ain't no joke.
They ain't no joke. No one's dismissing them. What's going on in your life, Spanky? What's going on lately?
I'm doing okay. I'm trying to think about how to relapse and start drinking again.
You're thinking about it?
I'm wearing myself down. I don't know. I probably won't.
What would happen if you did do that?
Well, if I drink a lot, I might go back to the hospital. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We don't want you to do that. Don't do that.
It's probably not worth it.
It's not fun. They know me there now. I mean, I come in, they're like, "What's up?" And I'm like,
you got your own bed in there with your own nameplate.
Yeah, they're like the usual, and I'm like, "Yep." No.
Well, so if you really want to drink, can you not? Does weed not work, or you can't smoke weed?
Yeah, I can.
You can.
Yeah,
but it's not the same.
Well, the doctor says I can have 2 drinks a day, and I'm like, "Well, what's that?"
So what if I do 3, and then 4?
So what if I do 7? And you can't get a doctor to say that 7's okay. You can try. They're just going to be like, "I can't."
You might have to go out of country to get a doctor to say that.
Well, and it's really hard if you're used to drinking a lot every day.
Yeah.
To be told, okay, you can have just 2. It's hard to stop after 2.
Yeah.
If you're used to drinking a lot. So I don't know how that would work.
What if they're like 2 80-ounce glasses? It's still 2. Or did he say like just 2 12-ounce?
That's my old trick.
Yeah.
I would drink 2 24s and be like, "That's just 2 beers." And they would be ice beers or something. So then you're really drinking 4 or 8.
Yeah, I know. Like the not drinking thing is kind of boring. I remember when I stopped drinking, it was kind of boring for a little bit. But damn, do I appreciate not being hungover. It's really worth it. Like the hangovers and just feeling like total ass the next day, just feeling miserable. Like
it's the worst.
But I mean, I do miss having a drink every now and again. I don't know. We have a drink every 2 months, Nicole. Like I think we have like a drink every 2 months. Not bad.
Maybe. I don't know. I think I've gone much, much longer than 2 months myself.
Probably, yeah. But we don't smoke. We don't smoke the weed. We don't do the marijuana like you do.
Why don't you go out and enjoy marijuana out in the country?
Why don't we do that?
Beautiful landscapes.
Yeah, it's funny. I even told Mike because I haven't smoked. I think it's last time I did was before we left Ohio to move to Phoenix, and even then it had been months. I think, right, Mike?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And so we didn't smoke at all when we lived in Phoenix for a couple of years, and then coming back here, I even mentioned to Mike, I think I could definitely smoke a little bit of pot again. Like that might actually, that sounds really good.
Yeah.
So yeah, but we just haven't obviously gotten our hands on any. So yeah, but I don't know. We have a nice private property here. So who knows what we'll grow next year.
Hey, we don't know.
No, I'm teasing.
I think you can grow it.
Can you legally grow it in Ohio now?
There's a certain amount.
Certain amount you can?
Yeah. Certain amount of plants. I think it's under 99 grams.
Really?
Calculate the yield from a certain amount of plants. And you can grow 5 or something.
All right, let's do it. Let's grow if it's legal, I guess we can grow like 4 or 5 plants.
I mean, don't quote me on that. You should
do our research.
Well, my buddy Spanky told me that I can grow 5 plants. He's like, no, you're going to go to jail for 10 years. Spanky's my lawyer, though.
I'm your gonzo lawyer.
I am not familiar with the marijuana laws in Ohio. Like, a lot of things have changed since we left. Like, we came back and we went down to like North Market. We saw this line around like this building. We thought it was like a club that was opening like at noon. But no, it was like a marijuana shop down there, almost like in downtown Columbus. I didn't even realize they had marijuana shops open or how you get your marijuana card at this point. I have no idea how that works around here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know how it works, Spanky?
No.
Oh, okay.
I could probably get it, maybe.
A marijuana card?
Yeah.
I'm sure you could at this point.
My medical problems.
Yeah,
It's
you
just-
could.
It's just heart failure. It sounds bad when you say it like that.
Yeah, it does.
It's kind of like,
Yeah, anything failure doesn't sound good.
no, it doesn't.
It's hard
That's
to really
That's why I like a condition.
heart condition. Yeah,
Yeah.
actually that rolls off the tongue better.
You need to take good care of that heart, Spanky.
Yeah,
You
and I think there's a movie called Heart Condition or something like that where Bob Hoskins receives a donor heart from Denzel Washington's character. And Bob Hoskins is like a cheeseburger eating detective and has to find, and together they find the murderer, the spirit of Denzel Washington and him find Denzel Washington's murderer.
Well, it
Bob
sounds like
Hoskins is somehow dating his really attractive old girlfriend. Bob Hoskins, I don't understand what.
Does Bob Hoskins, like when he gets a new heart, he just starts like drinking and eating
he's like-
all this awful stuff, like really abusing his
Yeah.
new heart now?
Yeah, and Denzel Washington's like, what are you doing?
That's
And he
my
tries
heart.
to steer him to the right path.
It wasn't Bob Hoskins. Didn't he play in Who Framed Roger Rabbit? Rabbit?
Yeah.
Yeah. He always
He
plays
was
a cop, does he?
He was the handsome male lead.
Yeah, he played pretty much the only human in that movie.
While Christopher Lloyd was kind of like a hybrid.
Yeah, he was like
Yeah, that's right. I forgot. Yeah, he was in that movie.
he was a toon, but he wore human skin. He was like a
Yeah.
lizard person almost.
Well, if you want to segue into a lizard people somehow.
Yeah, well, I always
did.
try to. We just got done building. Like the reason why we started like a half hour late because we were out building our garden fence today.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, it's like you think of a garden, you think of something small, but no, this is like 35 feet by 60 feet. Like Chad, you know, my old drummer Chad, he came over, helped put in fence posts and
Cool.
concrete, and then Nick and I were out there like hammering in all the fencing stuff today, and it
was a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, Spank.
So he's got big muscles.
Chad
Yeah.
does, yeah.
Yeah.
And you had a real man around the house.
I did, yeah. It was nice. It was a nice change of pace.
Your muscles are probably getting bigger, right, Mike? From lifting
I mean, it's
wood.
maybe in like one of those silly mirrors, like you see it at a carnival. Yeah, but yeah, I'm trying.
You've been lifting some weights.
I lift some weights
Yeah, you
every
lift
now and
weights.
again. I can bench press like 30 pounds. It's not bad.
It's not bad. How much can you curl?
Oh, I don't know. We got a kettlebell
Yeah.
and just a few like hand weights. So the kettlebell is like 20 pounds, so I can
Yeah.
curl that like no one's business.
The kettlebells make a nice imprint in the carpet.
We got
from not
hardwood
moving,
floors here, but
not
you're
being
right.
moved.
Yeah. It's just like a piece of furniture there. You move it and it's just forever indented in the carpet. But we actually do move some stuff around here, including the weights, and being out here on the property. We're always kind of, hopefully next year we'll be moving stuff around a lot bit more. But yeah.
I like
need-
the word property. It's like, get the hell off my property.
Get off my property.
It's like
Yeah.
your property line is you're mowing a little on my property there.
We do have a bit of
Yeah.
property. It is nice.
It's great. You know, we're surrounded by trees by the woods, so it's nice. And our driveway is like 750 feet from the street, so no one comes down here. We don't really see people.
Yeah.
So it's nice and private.
This is what we got going on. So we got our properties recessed back in the woods. We got a giant garden. We got a giant fire pit. We have a secondary fire pit for burning VHS tapes, apparently.
Is that a kid's fire pit?
Yeah, it's a junior
mini-
starter
the
fire
mini.
pit.
The kids' table?
Yeah. So we got one of those. And then next to the fire pit, we have 2 compost bins for a lot of just the... What do we put in there? We put in pretty much everything.
Yeah, brush.
Dog
we
shit?
put
No dog shit.
no dog shit.
No.
You're supposed to put it in there. Man.
That attracts all the rodents, the animals. So
Really?
yeah, it
That
does.
sucks.
And if you put meat in there, that also obviously will attract the animals. So
No dog shit.
So no dog shit. But we do put in all of our food scraps for the most part. the veggies and whatnot. So yeah, just about anything goes in there. Leaves, we put coffee grounds, paper bags, we'll rip those apart, shred them, put that in there.
You let Mike do that because it's.
No, he does it.
Mike doesn't touch it for the most part. That's my thing.
She does it like 80% of the time. 20% of the time, I'll go out there. I'll see if there's any scraps I can eat, and then I'll move it around. And
An apple core.
When you need a snack.
apple core. When I need a snack, I go to the compost bin.
When you're desperately seeking snacks.
Was that a Madonna movie, I think?
That's going to be our new podcast, I think, is Desperately Seeking Snacks. Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. You're involved in that. We need to talk about the best snacks in
I
the
ate
world.
like 5 bananas and an apple, and I'm like, these aren't snacks.
No, they're not really a snack. They could be considered a snack at a certain point, but not really a good snack. But
Yeah, so it just feels like you just do an exercise when you eat a banana.
Yeah. Then next to the compost bins, we have a chicken coop. We got some chickens. We're going to be getting some chickens. We have a coop. So we're going to get like 3 or 4 chickens. And then down there, further down the hill in the pasture, we're going to get some goats. We're going to get a few goats to do some stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
you
cool.
got goats. Your parents have goats, don't they?
They did. They all died or got given away.
Oh, wow. Do you have any goat stories you'd like to share with us?
There's plenty of goat stories. One of them died, and the skull was still hanging around out there.
What?
Oh.
And I took the skull, and I was going to give it to our friend Eric Mullins because he knows how to bleach them.
Yeah.
And I kept forgetting to do it. And my dad was like, it was in the garage, and my dad was like, he threw it away. And I was like, you threw that away? He's like, yeah, I can't look at that. He's like, I knew that goat.
Oh,
Yeah.
Can't look at his skull.
That would be me. I would have a very hard time with that.
Yeah.
Emotionally.
I understood.
Yeah. Aw.
Hey, I'm gonna make sure on my end under Rihanna the little microphone is crossed out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does that just mean she doesn't have the computer audio?
No computer audio. She's actually being fed in through all my audio.
But we can hear her?
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Just want to make sure.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's coming through loud and clear. So, yeah, anytime someone's in the studio, it gets looped into my mixer and dumped out with the main audio stuff. So,
Right
yeah.
on. I see. I don't have a mixer.
Yeah.
I got a little one.
Well, you probably have like a digital mixer.
It's an interface, yeah.
Yeah, you have an interface. So it's kind of like a mixer. So
Yeah, but I want those faders. You push them up, you pull them back.
they're pretty cool. They really are pretty cool. There's no doubt about that.
It's like you just like, I'm going to turn it up. I mean, it's like WKRP.
I can turn everything up and then overdrive and overmodulate and sound like crap. So
Cool.
we can do it if you want to.
Chris Cornett would be like, yeah, man, let's get some distortion.
What do you get? You want to do a few headlines? I picked out some news stories for us.
Sure.
All right, why not? Let's do it.
I mean, no.
Spanky.
Look at my camera.
This is classic Spanky.
Classic Spanky.
There's a mason jar shortage, Spanky. Did you know that?
No.
There is. Let's see if I can share this with you. I'll put this on screen. There is a mason jar shortage.
What about ball jars? You see, that's a competitor.
What's a ball jar?
The company Ball. They make jars.
Yeah, they make all the glass jars. Yeah, and this is really good to know because I have actually just been talking about needing to get more mason jars. And knowing that there's a shortage, I better try and stock up.
You better watch out that you're going to get your you're going to get a bloody nose trying to get those mason jars.
I'll have to use Mike's moves.
Is the pine tree, you mean?
Yes, the pine tree.
That's what they used to call them.
Oh boy. Okay, so I'm gonna stop sharing. I'm gonna go back to the regular thing because for whatever reason it doesn't like to record the screen share. So I will just read it to you guys, and I'll flash it over on the screen. So there is a mason jar shortage because so many people are getting into canning. Yes. When the COVID-19 pandemic first hit the United States earlier this year, people began cooking and baking at home much more frequently as both a way to safely feed their families and as a way to relieve some stress. a few different food trends emerged, like sourdough bread, Dalgona coffee. Do you know that? Dalgona coffee? I have no idea what that is.
No, that's not the cat shit coffee, is it?
I don't think it's cat shit coffee. And banana bread. Those are some trends. But now canning is seeing a spike in popularity, and experts believe this is causing a shortage in mason jars. Okay. You're not a big canner, are you, Spanky?
No, I have some jars laying around.
Do you really? You got mason jars?
Ooh, hook me up.
I do. I got little ones though. Just the.
So wait, why do you got so many jars laying around?
Oh, my ex-girlfriend was doing those oats, those overnight oats.
Mm-hmm.
You put oats in there with milk and fruit.
Yeah.
And maybe chia seeds or protein powder, and you close the lid. So it was just a thing she was doing for a minute.
She
left all the jars.
She left all the jars.
And I look at them every day.
I'm sorry to hear that. It's a reminder.
I got one with some change in it. It's a pretty nice looking jar.
No, that's nice.
Yeah.
I had a roommate in college. His name was Bart, and he had a jar. Like we all had our own rooms in this house that we lived in, and in his room, he had a jar in his closet that he would urinate in and keep it in his closet, and because he didn't want to walk to the bathroom, so he just peed in a jar, like his own little bedpan.
Oh,
yeah. I had a pee jar.
What?
I had my bedroom was in the basement, so it's like a half basement, and there was a window that went right to the ground, maybe up at like chin level. And I had a jar outside. I would pee in it and then put it back.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
If I went to
Yeah,
I guess it's no different. It's no different than I remember my grandparents had a cabin in Wisconsin, and when I was about 10 or 11, I went on this trip with them, and I was told that there was no bathroom like inside, and so the room that I was sharing with my cousin, we had to use like this large pot, and that's what you used, and
Wow.
that was it.
a chamber pot.
A chamber pot, yeah.
Wow.
I was mortified at 10 or 11 years old, of course. Like, you want me to go where?
Yeah, when you're young and you're asked to pee in something that isn't outside and isn't a toilet, it becomes very difficult to wrap your head around how to do that. I remember one time I was I don't know, probably 7 or 8, and we were out at a park, and I really had to go to the bathroom, and there was no place to go. So my mom just said, pee in this tennis ball container. You know those tennis ball containers, like 3 per container?
Nice.
And so we took the tennis balls out. I just peed right in there. Yeah. And I was like, you know what? I can pee anywhere I want. It was a life experience. I really learned something that day.
And it's the same color as the balls. It's kind of fun.
So it didn't really matter at that point. Here's some piss balls. But there is a mason jar shortage. Maybe people are peeing in them. Most of the people probably are just using them for stored goods, storing food or pickles.
I think they bought them all back during the toilet paper crisis of 2020.
Probably. I mean, seeds were also on shortage, I think. I think now I'm starting to see a little bit more available. But yeah, canning. That's something I really wanted to start doing next year too. So I really need to get on ordering some of those. Well,
CNN reported that there is already a shortage at many retailers nationwide, specifically for double ring mason jar lids. They spoke with Mary Bragg, the owner of Mason Jar Merchant, who said her online sales began to spike in the middle of August, going up 600% and haven't really dropped since.
Okay, so that's kind of late in the COVID
lineup. This is past COVID, so this is something else.
Mm-hmm.
You don't think it's...
So I'll read this next little paragraph here. So, of course, canning is nothing new for many people and has been done for years, centuries even, as a way to keep food fresh long after you make it. And that's precisely why it's gaining popularity right now. Experts told CNN the surge is probably fueled by a few reasons, such as people adopting new hobbies as they spend time at home, This could be canning itself or even gardening, which can lead to an influx of fresh food that then leads to canning. I think it's something else. I don't think it's just a new hobby. I think people are preparing for the apocalypse or whatever.
Could it be the coverage is different? Because doesn't this happen maybe every November?
Maybe.
It's like, well, vegetables and eggplants, and they have to can them.
Well, and I was just going to say, if you think about it, COVID, when it hit, that was like May. So I think at that time, a lot of people started to freak out and they felt, okay, I need to start growing my own food, my own vegetables. And so that's when the seed shortage started to happen and people started to grow their own produce. And then, of course, if you think about it, August, September, that's like when everyone is, harvesting. And
yeah,
so I could see that. Yeah.
No one really thinks about jars until it's too late.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I think about like when I think about canning, I think about like cans. I don't think of like mason jars, like glass jars. But apparently,
I think about cans, like on my head, like this is radio talk.
I got a couple cans on my head. I got another story here. Michigan entrepreneur creates world's first mobile bowling alley. You ever do that? You ever go into a mobile bowling alley?
It's mobile. It just seems very inaccurate. It's like a mobile pool table. It's just like not going to stay level.
What's the point of this? So a Michigan-based businessman has created the world's first mobile bowling alley by converting a 53-foot long semi-truck trailer into an exclusive entertainment center on wheels, inspired by popular companies such as Amazon, Uber, and Grubhub, which relied heavily on convenience to achieve business success. A Detroit entrepreneur decided to bring bowling to the masses instead of the other way around. This time, to this end, Terrence Jackson Jr. has been working on converting a 53-foot-long semi-trailer truck into a mobile bowling alley for years. But due to several obstacles that he had to overcome, the 2-lane facility was only unveiled last month. So, I got to ask, can you pick people up and as you drive down the road, can you bowl? If you know what I'm talking about?
Like it seems like it's not going to happen. They're going to come to a light and just fall over onto the lane.
It seems very dangerous to be bowling while driving, but this is like great for bachelor parties. Instead of getting like a limo, get your buddies over, get a bunch of drinks, and one of them maybe could drive the trailer around while you guys bowl in the back. This
has got to be one of those entertainment things like what they have for kids now, where it's a mobile. They bring like the video game arcade to you.
Yes,
and then they just park in front of your house. And then all the kids run in there, they play games and spend hours doing that. And so this has got to be something similar, I would think. But that size of truck, like how
it's
you
huge.
Can't just pull into most suburban neighborhoods, with that size of truck.
No.
So how does that work?
Well, they got a video over here.
I came up with the idea of mobile.
And they have an interview with the guy. We can listen to him actually. Talk about his earth-shattering invention, which is mobile.
He's trying
bowling.
to meet the extremely high demand of bowlers and people who want to
who really miss bowling.
People are like, fuck COVID. I wish I could fucking bowl right now.
Because the mainstream is just eating it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mainstream media hates bowling.
I came up with the idea of mobile bowling after a long career of the conversion industry, converting marketing and entertainment vehicles. And I realized to have an authentic bowling experience, you have to go to a bowling alley, and why not bring it to your desired location or doorstep? This is the world's first mobile bowling alley.
No, it's Terrence Jr.
It was built right here in Detroit. The bowling alley is made of a 53-foot
Does sound like Puff Daddy.
conversion
It's
trailer
evergreen.
that we actually designed specifically for this type of setting. When you come in our facility, you will see a luxury bowling alley that you can connect via Bluetooth to our state-of-the-art sound system, and also our theater we have available, and you'll be able to control all the temperature inside while you enjoy the ambiance. Our lanes are
good.
scaled down.
It would suck if you couldn't control the temperature and somebody else controlled it for you. It's like, no, you're going to bowl in 100-degree heat.
Yeah. It's like
You
hot
can't control
yoga.
that.
It's hot
Yeah, like hot
bowling.
yoga, yeah.
They're about 25, 30 feet long. Our balls are a little bit smaller, scaled down 3.5 to 4 inches,
That's
but
bullshit.
you can still get a great strike out of it.
Do you get to
When you
eat
come into luxury
pizza
strike bowling,
and
you
drink
will
beer in
get
this
a
thing?
luxury
Yeah.
interactive experience. You can
It's
actually
little
bring whatever
bowling.
beverages you desire on board and enjoy with your guests. We're a totally different concept from the traditional bowling alley.
Like, let's play, you know?
The guy's got a cool voice. He's like,
Yeah.
my single drops on Thursday as well.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's an ad. So the
He's
mobile
a
bowling
mumble
alley.
rapper, I think.
He could be a SoundCloud mumble rapper.
Like bowling. You'll strike me out.
The mobile bowling alley is available for rent. You can do it for parties, corporate events, even church gatherings or small weddings, and any other event between 10 to 15 people. Packages start at $500 for 2 hours. $500 for 2 hours. I don't know.
He's got to pay for all that shit he built.
It's not I mean, it looks cool. It's not a bad idea. It's just, I don't know. I'm not like that big of a bowler to where I got a bowl, I got to rent one, and it's got to park outside my house for 2 hours. I don't know.
Where do you park this thing? And I don't know, slam the driveway?
Probably. I mean, it's basically a semi truck and a tractor trailer. It's just going to occupy space.
He's got to work out how to level this thing, and it's just miniature bowling.
It is just mini
It's
bowling.
like the pins thing.
Yeah, it is pints and pins.
Pints and pins.
Let's see. Well, I
Did
got
you guys
some.
ever go to the pins?
No, I haven't been there yet.
No.
Oh, they're all nightmares. It's just so many of these shitheads trying to get drinks. You can't get a drink. You have to wait 2 hours for an available lane.
So what is it? Describe me the experience. I know about it, but I don't know what the experience is.
It's a little short bowling alley with a little ball.
Mm-hmm.
And the pins are on cables. So when you hit them, they go flying and then they come back down because they tether the pins.
I see.
Oh.
And it takes forever. It's fun. It'd be nice to sit there and just be like, can I have this for an hour? But you just got to play a game, get up. And
That seems kind of annoying.
It's big expensive. If you go to pins, you're just dropping $100 before you even know it.
Is that popular, huh?
Yeah, there's a shitload of pinball though, because there's pins and pinball.
Okay.
So they have to put them in there.
Where's it located?
There's some around, usually in a yuppie area.
Okay. Well,
Dublin, Upper Arlington.
I thought it was just like one or two. Is it? So it's kind of like you ever see like Top Golf kind of stuff where you can go out there and hit golf balls and drink and eat. But this is with
top golf crowd.
Yeah. Okay. It's the same
Also kind of a hoe crowd. Like
hoe crowd.
The hoes will go there sometimes.
What? How do you know that?
Looking for a proper suitor.
Is there like hoe night? It's like Thursday night hoe night.
I mean, every night's hoe night.
I guess you're right.
Ladies' 80s night.
Yeah.
What does a pints and pins hoe look like? How do they
pretty
step
high
it up?
class.
Okay. Oh, you know your hose.
I know Columbus hose. It's all in my newsletter.
Oh, okay.
CHM, Columbus Hose Monthly.
I like it.
Used to be quarterly, but we're really picking up. But remember the Miani's crowd where
I do. It's kind of a chachi kind
Pizza
of
Cups used to
preppy.
be.
Yeah, it's like a chachi. It's your standard douchebag crowd.
Yeah, it's a lot of that.
Okay.
A lot of white hats. My friend wrote this song called White Hats when I was in a band with him and like when I was 18. And white hats is a funny thing just to see all the backwards white hats on people, baseball caps.
Turned
like,
sideways.
White hat. They're all the white hats are the same.
I love when people have like visors and they turn them backwards.
Or sideways.
Yeah.
Yeah, sideways
Like
visors.
they're just like slightly off to the
Yeah.
side.
Do people wear visors anymore?
Well, the point of a visor is it's literally is visual.
Yeah.
The root of the word is so to block something from your eyes. So if you turn it around, I like it when people make a hat or a piece of clothing completely pointless
Yes.
Yes.
because it's not even to look good because it doesn't, and it doesn't serve a purpose. There's no reason. It's like the scarf in the summertime thing or the beanie hat in the summer.
Sure.
Right. Or sunglasses inside.
Sunglasses inside.
Yeah.
Like Larry David said, you know who wears sunglasses inside are blind people and assholes.
Pretty much. I'm going to start wearing my shoes on opposite feet. Like, because then you kind of remove the purpose of the shoe is like to be comfortable so you can walk around. And so if I put my left foot on my right foot, I'm just going to look goofy. It's going to look great. It's going to be like a new trend, right?
I don't know.
No.
I think it would start to split. If you started walking, your shoes would start walking away from each other, and eventually you'd tear your groin muscle.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that seems like a very cartoon-like situation. Probably would happen. Yeah.
Yeah. It'd be like a pine tree splitting.
That was my name in high school, Pine Tree, remember?
So do you watch the beginning credits of Twin Peaks and you're like, this is my shit. Look what they're doing to these. Or
This is
are you
awesome.
are you horrified that they're sharpening the blades to cut down pine trees?
A fellow pine tree? I guess I would feel some sympathy, sure. It all affects us differently.
Who's called you Pine Tree? Was it like an adult, an older person?
My friend, my brother's friend, Aaron Lockhart. You know, he was 2 years older than me. He was a big dude, and he said, "Hey, Pine Tree, that's your name." I was like, "Okay."
I did have a funny nickname in 5th grade, the Alaskan Bathtub.
The Alaskan bathtub?
How do you
That's
get that?
bullshit. No one called you the Alaskan
Yeah.
bathtub.
Because I thought I looked Alaskan because I was like a kid, a little bit chubby with like slanty eyes. My eyes are always kind of slanty.
Yeah, I guess you do have
So I looked
some
Alaskan,
Inuit.
and then the
some-
bathtub was just because I had like a barrel chest or whatever, and I guess that was it.
I like it.
This is classic Spanky.
Yeah.
I like the Alaskan bathtub.
That must really be a guy thing, like a boy thing, because I don't recall ever having nicknames like that growing up as a little girl.
I think tearing down self-esteem and labeling people that's a universal thing, but the nickname is just how boys do it. I assume the girls did it in a different way. They would
Yes. Oh, yes.
some sort of other shame on the appearance for personal appearance, you know.
Right.
But they
Yeah.
wouldn't. I guess girls don't go around, like calling them nicknames.
No, they don't. At least that never happened to me. I mean, I had a couple of nicknames, but mine came from adults, like my family. So I had a nickname called, it was Ryan, which I know I say that nickname and a lot of people think, oh, it just stems from Rihanna. But no, my parents were obsessed with some soap opera when I was born. And so they started to call me Ryan. It was Ryan's Hope. That was the name of the soap.
Yeah.
And that one stuck. And I still have family that calls me Ryan. So
Yeah.
I don't know, go figure. But I don't think I had any other nicknames.
Ryan's Hope.
Yeah, Ryan's Hope.
A lot of people call me Laser.
People used to call me Lorelei from Gilmore Girls. And I was like, I don't know about that.
Some people call me Nitro, you know, like American Gladiator names. That's what they call me.
They called me Equalizer from the Equalizer show.
That's nice. Hey, Equalizer. That's cool. People call me Hardcastle and McCormick. It's a long nickname, but
You're both of them.
I'm Hardcastle and McCormick. I got another story over here, Spank. You might like this one. Real life orc. Man has giant tusks implanted to resemble fictional creature. Now this guy, Spanky, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna describe him for you.
Guy.
He's got tattoos all over his head. He's got a bald head. He's got like there's black tattoos all over his head, covering almost into his entire head. And then he's got these huge 4-inch tusks jutting out of his lower jaw, covering his upper lip, almost reaching his nose.
And they're implanted in his jaw?
I believe so.
Yeah.
I think he goes by the name Orc. They're calling him Orc.
The Goblin.
Oh, see, he has a nickname.
He's Orc. So Orc, who hails from the Brazilian town of, I'm not going to pronounce it, got his first tattoo at the age of 15 and since developed a passion for tattoos and body modifications, undergoing several procedures that have left him looking rather unique. The 41-year-old father, he's got both eyes tattooed black, about 80% of his entire body covered with ink, a split tongue, several subdermal implants, a sliced ear, but it's his mouth that draws the most attention from people. His name Orc has spent $500 having a pair of large tusks fitted in over the bottom of his teeth to make himself look like a fictional character, like a World of Warcraft orc.
So what I want to know is what came first, the nickname? Because if it did, then that's a guy that's really embodying his nickname.
You kind of have to just go with it. It's
Go
not
with
going
it.
away.
Right. Become an orc.
The Goblin.
And he starts eating human flesh. And
Yeah, starting wars with elves, you know. If you're going to embody the orc, you'd embody everything. He's got a quote, "I am trying to be myself. These are just my ideas. My inspiration is coming from the heart. I am not inspired by anyone." Well, that's not true. You're inspired by World of Warcraft.
J.R.R. Tolkien.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're inspired by Mordor, possibly. Oh, my God. He's got his eyes are tattooed black.
Yeah, I never heard of that.
This guy is raising kids. Man.
And did they call him Orc too? He's like, Dad.
Papa Orc.
Little orc.
Papa Orc. I don't know.
So, you know how he's got his tongue split, and you know how sometimes guys split something else?
Sure, they can
Yeah.
split their
that?
penis. Penis
Yeah.
splitters? Yeah.
And then they put rings of up and down
Yeah.
Yeah.
the two weird sections.
Yes.
So he probably has that going on.
I would say so. It's not
Probably.
mentioned in the article, but
I
this
hope.
guy, he doesn't seem like he's holding back much.
Papa Goblin.
Papa Goblin. The Brazilian modification enthusiast declared himself pleased with the unique appearance, but he admits that his friends and family don't really approve of it. His mother can't stand it. His father tolerates it, and most of his friends think it's strange. But it's his passion, and he isn't going to give it up for anybody. I wonder what he does for work.
He's like
He's
a
an orc.
computer programmer or something.
Yeah, he's an office orc, you know?
He works a gift shop at a
At Disney.
children's hospital.
It's just like I respect people's choices, but this guy looks like he's just an orc. I guess it would be hard to get like a normal job. Like, I'm going to be a nurse. I want to be the first orc nurse. I don't know if people would take you serious. Like, if you're an ER person and you like, oh my God, I'm having a heart attack, and you call like an ambulance, and then an orc shows up. I don't know if you can deal with that.
So just remain calm. He's like, how can I remain calm? There's an orc in my kitchen.
There's an orc with like these electrical devices trying to restart my heart. This is not normal.
And then he starts speaking, and he has the most soothing voice and is very comforting, showing his soft side, good bedside manner.
Yeah. But an orc would have good bedside manner.
You would have to.
An orc leaves it all on the battlefield.
He does. He holds nothing back.
But
So Orc didn't specify whether his tusks are permanently fitted or not, or if he can take them out whenever he wants. Although I imagine the later is true. Yeah, I would have to say that these have to be removable tusks, because there's just no way you're sleeping with that stuff in.
Yeah,
how do you eat?
I don't see how he could sleep with that.
How do you eat? I don't know how you eat.
he tears the flesh from, forest animals with his orc teeth.
Galera de Canaã, Coronópolis.
Olha que infernal.
He's talking. It's not Orcish. And that's actually, I think, Portuguese. So, that's just crazy.
Well, he's the first orc. So after this, he's like the Caitlyn Jenner of orcs.
I say, yeah, he's breaking down
break
walls.
ground and really pull it into the mainstream, you know?
Yeah.
This guy is, you can follow him on Instagram. He's got 18,000 followers.
So his friends and family all just don't like it. But
yeah,
he's like, it's my passion.
They prefer if he was a goblin or a gnome, not necessarily orc. So they're speciesist, I guess.
A gnome, it would be pretty passive.
Yeah, a gnome or halfling. Yeah. They're just kind of hairy.
Orcs are inherently evil. Why would you want to?
They're subhuman. Yeah, they're like
there's
they're
nothing.
they're not
proud
good.
orc heritage.
Yeah, there's when you think of orcs, you don't think of like, oh, that they're going to do something positive. They're going to build a bridge and help out the community. No, orcs are known for pillaging and killing,
eating. They're automatons.
Yeah,
they just obey an evil master.
Pretty much. Yeah, they're like the bottom feeders. Yeah. They're not like
a Trump supporter. Ha ha! I got you. Got you there.
Oh boy. Well, let's see here. I think I got one more.
I think Trump's going to pull it through.
You think he's going to win?
Yeah, they haven't stopped counting the votes yet. Maybe there's some votes sitting around.
You know what? 2020 is crazy. There is a remote possibility that he wins in the courts. Not likely, but think of everything that's happened. Think of everything that has happened within the past 4 or 5 years. I wouldn't rule it out. Crazier things have happened.
It's true.
Crazier things have happened.
It would be pretty scary. You would think he was some sort of evil supreme sorcerer because he could just make it so, with the suggestion.
It would be quite outlandish, but I think everything is just so crazy now. I don't rule anything out. Hell, they talk about UFOs nonchalantly, like on Fox News now. You didn't see that 5-10 years ago. Now UFOs are just kind of like a thing. So why not? If Trump can somehow lose, everyone thinks he's lost, and then he's like, no, I can win into the courts. Why not?
Maybe he's like, it's time for me to call the orcs. Didn't want to do this.
It's time to bring in the orcs. I told him to stand down and stand by. Well, get ready.
He did.
Get ready, orcs. One last headline here. Okay, this is important. You're gonna like this one, Spanky. Russia in new bid to beat Tom Cruise into space. Russia is attempting to beat the U.S. by shooting the first feature film in space before Tom Cruise does.
Oh, Tom Cruise is kind of embodies American spirit.
I guess so. I guess so. American lunacy about wanting to do something different and bold.
That's a pretty good lunacy. Like they're going to the moon.
Yeah, I get it. Back in May, NASA confirmed. What's that? Oh, yeah.
Pick up what you're putting down.
Back in May, NASA confirmed that it would be working alongside veteran Hollywood actor Tom Cruise on a new movie that would be at least partially filmed on the International Space Station.
That's pretty. It seems kind of easy to do that, though.
You would hope that the movie would have something to do with space. They're just not going up there for to create a sound.
Another Mission Impossible.
Yeah, some Mission Impossible, or they're trying to film something that has absolutely nothing to do with space. Like a Seinfeld parody. Yeah.
Why didn't they film that last scene of Inception in space?
Yeah.
You get some really, really accurate weightlessness.
The action adventure will reportedly involve SpaceX, suggesting that perhaps the private space firm will be providing transportation to ferry equipment and other personnel to the orbiting outpost. If it goes ahead, the movie will be the first feature film shot in space. Not content with missing out, however, Russia has since revealed that it is seeking a leading actress to venture into space as part of a rival plan to beat the U.S. to the punch. That's just that's a one-upper. That's what one-uppers do.
They've been doing this forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hasn't Tom Cruise battled the Russians before?
Like every day, he's
In
battling
like,
Russians.
one of those in Mission Impossible movies.
I think so.
Yeah. I think
He's up to the challenge.
The only way Tom Cruise could now beat this is if he becomes that leading actress that acts in that Russian movie. So he will be the first actor in space. He just has to act in that Russian movie as a woman. So
who is it? Is it Judy Comer going to be the?
No, they're still looking. Russia's still trying to find that special woman.
Villanelle? Is Villanelle going to space?
It's not saying. It is.
Well, do you think Scientology is more powerful than the Russian space program?
I'm going to say yeah.
All right. I think we know what's going to happen.
I think Scientology is super powerful. They probably can apply pressure to the Russian space program to have them delay the recording of their movie.
And they have interest in space.
Yeah, they love space.
I mean, that's where they live, right? Or that's where
That's where they live.
We don't know what they really do in there in space, but
they
they
go
love
to
it.
space.
What's that?
Don't they frequent space?
I think that their god or gods live in volcanoes that then they go in and out of volcanoes, but do like occupy space at some point in time. I don't know. I don't know everything about it.
The imagination is an amazing place.
It is. It says the applicants will need to be fit, well proportioned, and most importantly, Russian. So Russia says right off the bat, you got to be Russian to be in our movie, which is kind of stupid.
No, you would want some heavy Hollywood hitters, you know.
You'd imagine, but
who's Tom Cruise's enemy? Who's his
his arch enemy?
His arch enemy.
Keanu Reeves.
Hollywood competition.
Keanu Reeves.
Yeah,
think
probably.
so?
Yeah,
I would say that's probably it. Nowadays.
Well, I mean, they're both about the same age. You know, they've had both a pretty substantial career.
What about Matt Damon? He was Jason Bourne, but that's
yeah. I could see that one. I think more than I could Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I don't know about Tom Hardy.
No, he's too young compared to Cruise. Like when it comes to like the length of career and just the amount of work that they've done, Tom Cruise is he's unmatched. He's one of the best.
Maybe Liam Neeson.
Possibly Liam Neeson, sure.
He's got a set of skills. He's like, I know how to spacewalk.
I can go into space. I can fix a solar array.
Like, you didn't know this, but I'm actually an astronaut. I have a certain set of skills.
Well, they say if everything goes as planned, the new movie will be filmed in October 2021 aboard the International Space Station, which is around the same time that the U.S. Tom Cruise movie will be filmed. So Russia is going to be filming their movie at the same time as the SpaceX Tom Cruise movie. So this is, oh boy, this is going to be a clusterfuck. This is what happens. This is what happens. You remember when Armageddon came out, and then like a month later, Deep Impact came out? Like, this happens all the time in Hollywood.
Sure. It's they're having their own little Star War.
Yes. Yeah. That is right. Oh, boy.
Oh, what was I going to say? I can't remember.
I don't know. What were you going to say?
I don't know.
What kind of snacks you got over there, Spanky?
I don't have anything.
You don't got any snacks over there?
I got some raw eggs.
Nice.
I got some Raisin Bran.
Next.
Yeah, Raisin Bran?
That's not a good cereal treat.
No, it's not.
It's like, Raisin Bran.
I'm pretty sure Rihanna and I are going to go get some snacks. What kind of snacks are we going to get?
Yeah, we need some snacks.
Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Flamin' Hot Cheetos.
Hot Cheetos, no. You know, we'll probably get our usual.
I don't know.
What's
I'm really
that?
hungry right now. I really want a snack.
What's the usual?
I typically will get like tortilla chips with some sort of salsa.
He is addicted to chips and salsa.
I gotta have it. I have to eat it.
Like everybody loved Raymond's dad.
What'd he do?
Went through there was a Salsa episode where he stopped eating. The wife's cooking and just salsa. And he's like, I don't need her anymore. I have salsa.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
It's very filling. It's very good.
That's Mike.
Yeah, so I'll probably have that.
So
I
they
don't
got
know.
a bunch of different things now. There's like a guacamole salsa thing, a guacamole cheese mix. Like they're mixing everything together. Ranch salsa.
They're just putting it all in
mixing
one
it together?
one big vat.
Just taking things and mixing them together.
Oh no. No, I like my guacamole separate.
Yeah, you can go through each dip and get your own little thing, and then it marries in your mouth.
Huh. How about that?
If you mix it all together, it's just like food soup.
Yeah, it's like at the end of your dinner where everything kind of like gets mashed together. They're not separate. Your food's not separate anymore. It's just like mashed potatoes with,
Could you
with
make
gravy
like
and
nacho
green beans
cereal?
and nachos. Nacho cereal?
Yeah, you get like a chips.
Oh, I want cereal.
You pour the nacho things on it and mix it all up, and just eat it with a spoon.
Thanks, Spanky. You're giving us
Not
a ton of ideas for snacks.
So wait, yeah, I would put nachos like in a cereal bowl. Put cheese on there and then put milk over that. So I've not
salsa, ranch, whatever, and then mix it up like a bowl of, and you're eating it like with a spoon.
Okay, I kind of like that. It's almost like a taco salad.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it'll be like a soup.
Taco soup.
Taco soup.
Yeah, don't mess with the consistency part. It's the most important part.
I'm playing the outro music, Spanky. We got to get out of here.
All right.
I'm hungry. I gotta
Okay,
do
we're talking
something.
too much about snacks. I think I gotta get some too.
I gotta get food.
Yeah, I need to go like curl up on the couch. I think after all that work on the fence today, I'm just like done.
A lot of work on the farm, Spanky.
Done.
Let's come back.
You're farm folk.
We are farm
We
folk
are.
now. Let's try to come back next Sunday. What do you think?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good. Do you guys should do that famous painting of the guy with his wife on the farm and the
Yeah, we should. We should be that.
Oh,
for,
yeah.
We should be that for Halloween next year.
Yeah, next year.
Yeah.
Hey,
try
where
to
were you?
reenact
Totally.
that with your in your compound.
Yeah, we're gonna do it.
I like that. It's perfect. Just need a pitchfork. And was the woman holding anything?
Just
See,
regret.
just like the guy who was embodying the nickname Orc, by becoming one, we'll
Yes.
become this.
Yeah, that's who you are now.
That's who we are. Yeah.
Those people in that painting.
Yeah, right there. I brought it up on screen. So yeah,
You can't see it.
You'll see it on the
She
video when
can
you
see
want
it.
on the watch back.
I can see it.
The woman.
Ooh, I had to master that very stern look.
And I gotta hold that pitchfork very firmly and very sternly as well.
They have those faces like the pissed off faces when
Yeah, they do.
the camera. It took 20 minutes for the camera to take for the
The
picture to
resting
take.
bitch face. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
they totally have that going. And I'm gonna have to get like some shirts that are like up to here. Yeah, nothing showing. Hair pulled back, low bun.
You could do
You're gonna
it.
have to go bald, Mike.
Yeah, well, I'm on my way.
But just it's okay. You can have a little bit of hair around this area.
It's
But
the Captain Picard.
this has got to go.
I need a Captain Picard cut. So.
Picard.
All right, that's
Well,
it.
you guys get that done.
We're getting out of here. We're
Back
getting
to me.
it's snack time.
All right, snacks. Go get your pop chips.
We will.
All right.
All right.
Bye bye.
Bye,
Spanky.
Spank.
We'll talk to you soon.
See ya.
Bye.